This is as close as we can get to Southern California's
so-called
what's being called
biblical flooding across Colorado.
The people overseeing the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant have another problem on their hands. Officials with Tokyo Electric Power Company say the level of radioactivity monitoring down their storage tank found more than 300 tons of highly radioactive water leaked last month out of the storage tank. The water is thought to have seeped into the soil. Managers have assigned more monitors to check for radioactive materials in groundwater near the tank. They say the level of tritium
I speak unto thee this day, and I say, when you look to the way that I, the living God, set before thee, it is indeed the way of my life. And I say, if you will be partaking of that way, then you are ever guided by me. And yes, you are given the infinite truth, the infinite light, that I, the living God, alone am able to provide. For I say, it is me, the living God, who is endless in mercy and truth unto those who walk uprightly in me. Now I say, you are living in a time when men have turned aside to lies, and they love it so. That is, they love the deception, they love the false conception, and I say they walk in the same. But I say they merely walk in confusion and delusion, and they end in madness and sadness because they lose their souls. So for all of their exaltation of their own way, what do they gain from the same? I say they gain nothing but despair, futility, and emptiness of soul. Now I say this day that I, the living God, have called my people to live, to abide, to come forth in me. That is, I have called the ones who are mine to be serving me, to be directed and guided in my way. And I say that I've called the ones who will indeed adhere unto me, to walk uprightly in what it is that I do provide. For I say it is me, the living God, and me alone of all the gods, who will provide the blessedness, the truth, and the mercy day by day. Now I say this day, when you look upon what it is that I, the living God, do give to thee, I say that it is the way of my life. And I say, if you continue in that way, you cannot help but rejoice in me. For I say, when any man will walk uprightly, when any woman will adhere unto me, I say they are kept in the blessedness, the truth, the light that I give to my own. But I say, when you see the ones who turn aside from me, I say they bring their own despair. Now I say, you are living in a wayward, a vile, a corrupted generation, for men through pride have thought they knew a better way. But I say, for all of their pride and arrogance, they have taken themselves in a way that is nothing but the damnation of soul. And I say, they have kindled my wrath, my fury, my indignation against them, because they walk so far from me. And I say, in the process of it all, what do they gain from the same? I say they gain nothing but the futility, the desperation, and the despair that comes to those who are far from me. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to worship any other God, nor bow unto the same. But I say that I call thee to keep your vision ever upon me, to be guided in my way. For I say, if you look at the power sources that evidence themselves in this time, I say they are nothing but wickedness, they are nothing but futility, they are nothing but darkness on every hand. And I say each one is blowing the trumpet to cause men to pay attention unto them, but they all end in the same. That is, they all end in desolation, they all end in damnation, and they all end in hell. For I say, when you follow any other God other than me, of course you will lose your soul. And I say you will be under the condemnation of the rejection of my way. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to look upon the way that the world is going and gain despair from the same. But I say that I call thee to look unto me and remember that I am indeed the infinite, the endless God whose glories remain. That I am indeed the one who is able to bring forth according to my righteousness, my truth, my mercy, my strength, and the hope that I provide. For I say, when it is me that you will be believing, when it is me that you will be trusting and walking in obedience unto, you are ever guided by me. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do offer to thee the way of my truth, the way of my light, and the way of my mercy. And I say, if you will be accepting of what it is that I give thee, you are brought forth by me. And yes, you are given the endless mercies, the infinite truth, and the light that I provide. For I say that I, the living God, do not withhold my goodness from those who will walk uprightly in me. Now I say this day that I, the living God, have called thee to walk circumspectly. I say that I've called thee to walk uprightly, ever being guided by me. And I say that I've called thee to be thankful that it is me that you can continue to look unto and believe. And I say that I've called thee to be ever purposed in the blessedness, the strength, and the truth that I give to thee time and again. For I say it is me, the living God, and me alone of all the gods, who is able to guide my own. Now I say this day that I, the living God, will give to thee the truth, I will give to thee the light, and I will give to thee the mercy. And I say, if you are accepting of what it is that I give thee, you will be made glad in me. That is, you will be made glad to partake, to walk in the light that I offer day by day. For I say that I, the living God, am ever present unto the ones who are faithful unto me. Now I say, you are living in a time of gross and horrid spiritual adultery, where men have gone a-whoring from me. That is, they have made everything imaginable their idols, their gods, and they bow to the same. Then they think that somehow they can squeak out, sneak by, and gain from me the blessings that go to the upright, but it is not true. For I say, when they play the whore on me, then they invite my wrath unto their bosom. Now I say this day that I, the living God, never called thee to be a partaker of my wrath, but rather of my mercy. Therefore I say, guard against those things that would seek to beset thee and overwhelm thy soul. That is, keep your guard up against the lying, deceiving spirits that are ever present in the land. And I say, keep your guard up against all that would seek to overwhelm and devour thee, for you are meant to be mine. And I say this day that it is me, the living God, who will direct thee, correct thee, and bring thee forth as you continue trusting, believing, and hoping in me. For I say it is me, the living God, who will guide thee forth. It is me, the living God, who will direct thee and correct thee in my way. And I say, if it is me that you will continue believing and trusting, of course you are uplifted by me. And when it is me that you will be purposed to obey, you are ever guided in my way. Now I say this day that I, the living God, will be ever present to give to thee the mercy, the truth, and the light of who I am. And I say that I will be ever present to bring thee forth, that you can indeed be strengthened by me. For I say, when you will continue trusting, believing, and hoping in me day by day, you are guided in my way. But I say, when you turn to the world and the vanity of the same, then you are guided into a ditch. I say, there are multitudes, endless multitudes, even now, who claim that they are my people, but it is not me that they serve. I say, they have been guided and taken into the ditch, and yes, they have loved it so. For I say, they love to wallow in the mire, they love to be able to say, Lord, Lord, and do nothing for me. And I say, it is because their hearts are full of whoredom, they are far from me. I say that I, the living God, do not find pleasure in the drunken, the foolish, the ones who turn aside to take up other gods and think somehow they get by. For I say, they have turned away from my infinite, endless power. They have turned away from my mercy, my miracles that I love to bestow upon my own. And I say, they have turned to that which will only cause them anguish and sorrow of soul. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to turn to that which is anguish, to turn to that which is sorrow of soul, not at all. But I say that I call thee to come forth ever guided, directed, and corrected by me. Now I say this day, when you look upon the condition that men are in this wayward generation, what do you see? I say you see that men and women have given themselves to excess to the degree that the same is stifling their lives. That is, they are suffocating on the excessiveness they have thought they had to have, and I say through their greed they are drowning in the same. But I say, when a man will sober up and walk uprightly in me, then is he kept in the newness of life that I provide. Now I say it is no new thing for the fleshly man, the carnal beast, to try to stifle out the life that I've put within my own. For I say it is a continual battle that goes on and on and on until a man is secure in me. And I say, if men do not fight the battle, if they do not resist the temptation to carnality and the exhibition of the same, what do? I say they find themselves in the ditch, they find themselves in the mire, and taken into captivity once again. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do set the way of deliverance before the ones who will pay heed unto me. And I say that I will be ever active to deliver my people from the snares, the entanglements that would seek to beset them if they pay heed unto me. For I say it is me, the living God, who will issue the warning. It is me, the living God, who will give forth the dictates that will keep my own in the way of uprightness. But I say, when the ones claiming to be mine will refuse to pay heed to me, then I say they pay for the same. Now I say this day that I, the living God, do not call thee to walk afar off, but I say that I call thee to come forth in me. And I say that I call thee to be thankful that I give to thee the truth, the light, the mercy, and the strength of who I am. And I say that I call thee to be made glad that I am the one who gives thee the truth and the light upon the path. For I say it is me, the living God, who is righteousness. It is me, the living God, who is mercy and truth always. Therefore I say this day, be continuing to believe, be continuing to receive of me. For I say that I, the living God, absolutely do not find pleasure in those who indeed give forth vain prattle, but their hearts are far from me. For I say it is easy for men to speak high-sounding phrases, to pour forth honey-coated words while their hearts are full of evil. But I say that I, the living God, do indeed look upon the actions, the reactions, and the doings of all of those who claim that they are loving me. And I say that the ones who are full of falsehood, pretension, and hypocrisy are liable for my wrath in their lives. And I say it is because they refuse to be true to me, but I say they are merely using my name in vain. Now I say this day, when you look upon the world that you are in, I say you are not meant to be discouraged by it all, but I say you are meant to know, understand, and realize that the whole world does lie in darkness, and it is only through me that men are brought forth. And I say you are meant to know, understand, and realize that I delight to give the truth unto all who will be obedient unto me. Now I say this day that I, the living God, will uplift, direct, correct, and bring forth the people who keep their focus ever upon me. And I say that I will indeed be guiding the ones who believe in me, who are ever trusting in my way. I say this day, do not look to the arm of flesh, whereby you stop pleasing me and seek for the approval of man. For I say that I've never called thee to be approved of men, but I say that I've called thee to be acceptable unto me. Therefore I say this day, keep your vision single, keep your vision sober, and keep your vision upon me. For I say, when you will indeed purpose yourselves every single day to walk in me, then are you kept always. But I say, when you purpose yourselves to walk afar off, to be lured into that which I do not intend for thee, what do? I say that you prove by your very acceptance of the beguiling, seducing spirits that you are not faithful unto me. Now I say that I, the living God, do regard my people as being in a covenant with me, and I say I expect them to keep the same. That is, just as a man and a woman would vow themselves in a marriage to faithfulness, so do I expect my people to stay true to me. That is, coming forth, that is, ever directed, that is, ever guided in my life. For I say that I expect the ones who are mine to be true to me. Now I say this day that I, the living God, have so many glorious things that I delight to reveal unto a people who keep on trusting in me. Therefore I say, do not let the discouragement, the dreariness, and the ugliness of the times you are in come upon thee. For I say you are meant to be mine, you are meant to keep your focus clear and steady, that is, upon me, not ever eating of the calamities, the hardships, the disasters, and the troubles of the world. For I say they will go on and on and on because they have refused me. But I say you are meant to be focusing upon the endless goodness of who I am, that you can indeed partake of the same. Thank me in person.